Hi guys, welcome back to sheriapproved. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new, welcome. I hope that you will enjoy today's video. And for those of you that are my old faithfuls, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for coming back again. And before you guys leave this video, can I ask you to please subscribe? Make sure that you click the little bell so that you will get notifications when I post videos, as well as please leave a like if you do like this video, because it really does help the analytics and all that on YouTube. And of course, I appreciate all of your support to help continue grow the channel. I want to say congratulations again to the last giveaway winner. Thank you so much again to all of you that entered, and for all your well wishes. I really appreciate it. Now, recently I did a post on my social media on Instagram and Facebook, and I posted a photo of the ordinary AHA 30% plus BHA 2% peeling solution, and my caption was danger or savior. And I actually posted that on purpose, really, because this particular product has got a lot of hype, and although it has been popular before, it became viral with a ton of videos on TikTok and so on, right? And I felt that I wanted to add my voice to others in the beauty community, in the skincare community, I should say, that was kind of raising some red flags and just reminding you guys to exercise caution, because there are fantastic skincare products out there, but anything that is used in a wrong way can cause damage to your skin. Now, when I did a video on my top 5 products from The Ordinary, I believe I would have mentioned this one, the peeling solution, because it is indeed a fantastic at-home chemical peel. That being said, like, a lot of people would be seeing good reviews and great reviews on this product and think, oh my god, I need that in my life. And the truth is that product may not necessarily be for you. Now, let's just take a little bit of a step back. And all of this is an introduction to get where I want to go. But really and truly, I also did a video before, and I will link it below, on exfoliation. And really, exfoliation is just the process of removing dead skin cells from the surface of the skin. And we can do that in many ways. So there's physical exfoliation, then there's chemical exfoliation. Of course, you know, physical exfoliation is where we use an actual physical action or device to do it. So a lot of people will use scrubs. It could even be things like Clarisonic, or even the silicone brush that I use. Sometimes it's a cloth. Whatever abrasive action or rubbing action on the skin is going to create some type of exfoliation, that physical exfoliation. But then we have chemical exfoliation, which is the one that I absolutely love and can actually be done very safely. And you would hear us talk a lot about things like acids. So I have also, since that post, been getting a lot of questions about it, because there are people who want to get into this whole brand new world of acids and they really don't know how to. But perhaps you've already jumped in and then you realize, ooh, I probably went into the deep end, and you want to kind of sort that out or fix it, or, you know, get to a place that you should be. Then you definitely need to watch this video. So, of course, we know that exfoliation is important, right? We know that as we get older, our skin does not shed the dead skin cells as fast as when we were younger. And therefore, that build-up staying there much longer is going to make our skin look dull. If you're dealing with spots or anything to do with hyperpigmentation at all, getting rid of that dead layer of skin is really important to help reveal the fresh new skin below, as well as getting rid of layers of pigment. So you would find that especially people who are dealing with any pigmentation issues, whether it is marks from acne scars or things like melasma or anything with regards to that, you'd find that they want to include some type of exfoliation in their skincare routine, and rightly so. I have always said that dealing with hyperpigmentation, for example, is a multi-pronged approach, but this video is not about hyperpigmentation. But yeah, so while there's physical exfoliation, there's also chemical exfoliation, and like I was saying, that actually involves the use of acids. Now, you will hear me mention a lot of times AHAs and BHAs. Now, I have done quite a few posts that go into a little bit more detail that has, you know, to kind of explain this. But generally, AHAs, which are alpha hydroxy acids, are the acids that will work from the surface of the skin to really do that. What they do is there is like a glue that will hold all those dead skin cells together. These acids would literally dissolve that, so they will come off easier. This can actually be done very, very gently and very safely. Like some people hear chemical exfoliation, they're like, run! no, that's too harsh, and I don't want to have anything to do with chemicals on my face and all that. No, you just calm down, relax. It's not the way that, you know, it's not as bad as it sounds, but it could be. But anyway, so you would hear that, and then you'd be like, you know, have some concerns. And then you also hear about BHAs, beta hydroxy acids, which there's mainly one, salicylic acid, which works from within the pore, right? Now, a lot of times when we are looking at this wide range of acids, there's a couple of things that you need to know. There are different types of acids. So the one that's really popular is glycolic acid. But the difference between this one and the others that I will mention has to do with the size of the molecules of the particular acid, and that causes it to either penetrate faster or penetrate slower. So glycolic acid has the smallest molecules out of all of them, and therefore it penetrates faster, it works faster, but it could also create the most sensitization on the skin or the most irritation on the skin, depending on how it's formulated and its strength. Glycolic acid is actually derived from sugarcane, beets, a couple, you know, different things, but generally these acids actually come from natural sources. Then you hear about lactic acid. Lactic acid is like a little sweet spot in between. The molecules are not as small as glycolic acid, but it's actually really good for dry skin types, because lactic acid actually helps to attract moisture to the skin, which is really nice. And that one is actually derived from lactic milk. You can kind of get the idea that it is related to dairy, right? So again, you can see it actually has a natural source in terms of how these things are derived. And then another one has been very popular that we've heard about is mandelic acid. And mandelic acid has the largest molecules out of the three, and therefore it's usually recommended for more sensitive skin. Because the molecules are larger, it will penetrate more slowly into the skin and therefore less likely to cause irritation. But even more recently, there's a whole new world of something called PHAs, polyhydroxy acids, which have even bigger molecules than mandelic acid and are even more gentle. And therefore, those are the absolute go-tos for sensitive skin and recommended for sensitive skin. Does it mean that people with regular skin can't use it? Absolutely not. No. It just means that it's going to be really gentle. And I'm just mentioning that so that you're going to have a background as to why I'm going to tell you about the products that I'm going to tell you about today. And I mentioned as well that one of the concerns when it comes to the use of chemical exfoliation is the strength. So you will find that there are a ton of products on the market. You're going to be seeing 5%, 10%, 7%, 8%, 2%. Like which one to pick, it could be very confusing. And sometimes you want to choose the one that your friend is using or the one that you saw somebody else got good results with, and it may not be the one that's for you. In general, and I am saying this based on what I have seen with my own skin over the years. Number one, my own experience. And number two and number three, I'm reading and just educating myself and having tried a lot of products that gentle, done more regularly over a period of time, will give results. Now, it may not give results as quickly, but it will give results safely, and that is a key thing for me. Like, it is important for me to get results, but I want, when I'm getting my results, I have healthy skin, that I'm not creating other issues. And why is this important? I want you to hear this really carefully, especially for those of us who have a little bit more melanin in our skin. We are already predisposed to post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, or something called PIH. So you'd find that sometimes even if we don't touch a pimple that comes up, it's going to leave a dark mark, because we are just naturally, you know, genetically and so on, we are just designed that way. What could happen if you use the wrong strength of exfoliation, or something that's really strong or too strong for your skin, and you are actually using this to help treat hyperpigmentation? You could actually make your hyperpigmentation worse, because if it is too much or too strong or done in the wrong way, what you're actually doing is creating inflammation in the skin. You are actually causing trauma that will create an inflammatory response in the skin, therefore resulting in additional pigmentation. None of us want that to happen. None of us really want that to happen. And therefore, while we have great products like the product from The Ordinary and some other things that I have discovered that I will definitely share with you guys, that we could do at home in order to give ourselves like an intensive chemical peel to get rid of all that dead buildup on the skin, we also want to be really, really careful that sometimes the best way or the best time to do a really, really intensive chemical peel is actually under the look or the hand of a professional esthetician or a dermatologist or somebody who could really say, yeah, even though this is really strong, I know exactly what I'm doing. I know how long I need to leave it on. I know how often you need to do this. Maybe it's going to be a series of treatments over a period of time. You really don't want to take those things into your hand unless you absolutely know what you're doing. So this whole thing is really a warning just to be really, really careful. You want to try chemical exfoliation, but you want to do it very safely and get the results that you want. So gentle exfoliants, like I said, over a period of time, and this is not overnight again, over a period of time, you will definitely see results. And while I am not a newbie to acids at all, I have tried really strong ones, very mild ones. I actually do have in my own possession professional chemical peels that I could do on myself at home because I know what I'm doing. But you will never hear me talk about that. I will never demo that in public because that puts people at risk. They will want to go try it and they may have no idea of what they are doing. And even though I have access to that, those are things I probably do once or twice for the year. That's just to tell you that I'm really, really careful with my skin and what I do with my skin, and I just prefer to use gentle exfoliants. So I said all that to say that I really want to share with you because some people have been asking me, you know, if not the ordinary peel that everybody's talking about, then what can I use, right? So I'm not actually going to show you my alternative yet for the peel. One that I found that I find to be very effective, or as effective, but not as potentially harsh on the skin. I want to share with you my favorite gentle exfoliants, ones that I would recommend for people who either just want to start and they want to get into acids, or for somebody who just prefers not to go the more high strength route and you just want to keep it gentle over a period of time, something that you could use a little bit more regularly. Yeah, that's what I want to share with you. Keep in mind that when you pick up any of these products and you read the directions on the bottles, that manufacturers are taking into consideration that this might be the only of this type of product that you're using in your skincare routine. So if they say to you something every day, they are not taking into consideration that you may perhaps be using a Clarisonic or another physical exfoliation that you do use a scrub once or twice for the week. They're not taking those things in consideration. So you have to keep in mind that when you're adding in these types of products, what else am I doing in my routine that is also creating an exfoliating effect that may result in over exfoliation? And you really don't want to get to the point of over exfoliation, because then you will be messing with your skin barrier. You could cause your skin to go into a frenzy and start to produce extra sebum. Because you lose your skin barrier, you could cause yourself to get acne that you've never gotten before. Then you don't get the glow. You get something that's like shiny skin, almost plasticky looking. And that's when you've removed too much of that top layer. And yeah, you actually creating damage to the skin. Sometimes you might feel extra tightness or flaky skin. That's when we've over exfoliated the skin, and we really don't want to get to that place. So the first product, and I'm putting all these three in one because I'm not going to talk about them. I will link the video that I did below, and it's going to be the Cosrx AHA BHA clarifying toner, which I do not have with me right now because that one my husband is actually using on his skin. And then these other two, the Cosrx 2-in-1 Poreless Power Liquid and the Cosrx BHA Blackhead Power Liquid. You all have seen me talk about this before. I will include the link below as to why, but those three are very, very gentle options in terms of chemical exfoliants that has AHAs and BHAs that can actually be used every day or almost every day very safely because they work gently. Something to keep in mind with these is that you will hear that there is an ingredient called betaine salicylate or willowbark extract. Those are related to salicylic acid. They also work very similarly, but they are way more gentle on the skin. So you'd find that there are a lot of products that include these ingredients, so they will not create extra irritation. And we should be saying, you know, thank God that they're actually thinking like this, because we can get the effect without an irritation or a side effect, let's just say. So I'm going to leave that link down below, because in that video I went into detail with regards to these products and why, or which, you know, what's in each one of them and which one you should choose. So the next item that I'm going to share with you, or I want to share with you, is this one. And I'm not sure if I ever showed you guys this. This is by Skin 1004, and this is their Centella Toning Toner. Now, this is related to the Centella Asiatica ampule that I would have shared with you before. This is the same brand, and they have this toner that I absolutely love. And this is actually a toner that has PHAs in the form of gluconolactone. So for those of you with very sensitive skin, this is a beautiful way for you to get in gentle exfoliation, and this is something that you could use daily. This is actually one that you could use in the morning without having to worry about extra UV sensitivity, because you're using an acid on your skin, because PHAs don't react the same way as the others. That's one thing to keep in mind. And so what is going to happen is that you're going to be getting every day this ingredient breaking down those dead skin cells, the buildup of keratin on the skin and all of that, and doing it in a very, very gentle way. So you could use something like this easily every single day without an issue. This also has ingredients like niacinamide, adenosine, and of course Centella Asiatica extract, which we all know is amazing. So it's a really, really good option. This is a big bottle. They have like 2 different sizes, I believe. But yeah, it's one that I have come to love, and I definitely recommend. Another option that I will share with you is this one, and this is by Hamish. You all know that I love the Hamish Oil Clean Balm and a couple other products from Hamish, but this is a product that I actually have been using for more than 2 years. I actually did not talk about it before, simply because I thought it was like off the market, because I could not find it for a very long time until earlier this year. I saw, like, you know, it started to be sold again retail on a lot of different Kbeauty websites. But yeah, they call this a refresh water, so it kind of has the concept of a cleansing water, but it's really a toner. But what I love about this is, for example, you may see there are products that has enzymes. Those enzymes also gently exfoliate, and this one has mild enzymes from soybean extract, and I love that. There's also some fruit extracts in here. There is also some mild AHAs in here, and this one is very close to the pH of the skin as well. So this is another great one that you could use morning and evening daily without an issue. And again, you're going to be getting your exfoliation very gently, very consistently. These are the kinds of products, when you use it 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, that you will start to see an effect. Your skin is going to look less textured as well, because you're getting that exfoliation, and you will start to see gradually over a period of time that it's going to probably help hyperpigmentation and other issues that you have. The other two are a little bit stronger, and I'm using stronger because you're going to be hearing me talking about higher percentages. And the first, I shouldn't say the first, but the next one I'll talk about is this one, and this is the ordinary Mandelic Acid. Now, I'm not even going to talk about the Lactic Acid and all that in this video. Those are a little bit stronger. But Mandelic Acid, as I mentioned, out of the 3, Mandelic, Lactic, and Glycolic, Mandelic Acid has a higher molecular weight than the others, so it penetrates more slowly. But a lot of people think that that means that it's not going to be as effective, and you would be surprised. I actually absolutely love, I have been loving, I should say, even more Mandelic Acid on my own skin, and you all know that I am oily, acne prone. So Mandelic Acid works really good on me, and while it is also used and recommended for people with sensitive skin, again, everybody can use this. Now, this is a 10% product, and notice that the others that I mentioned were more like toners, essences kind of stuff, but this one is a serum. Now, The Ordinary does recommend that you could use this every single day, and therein I would just exercise some caution and say, if you are new and you want to go in with this, it is a 10% formula. While it is Mandelic Acid, I would recommend starting maybe once, twice, 3 times a week, see how your skin adjusts. But there's also another thing that you could do, because this one is a serum. You could actually mix it into your moisturizer, and that's going to help you be able to get that daily exfoliation if you do want to use it every day. And that's a trick that you could do with your acids and your retinol to kind of reduce how quickly it gets into the skin or the potential for irritation. What you can do is mix it into a moisturizer. We will talk about that another time. And the last one that I actually want to show you is this. and this is from a brand that I have been experimenting with and testing for some months now. This is by Jumiso, another Korean brand, and this is the Yes I Am toner. Now, for years, you guys would have heard me talk about Pixie Glow Tonic. I love Pixie Glow Tonic. It's one that I've recommended for a lot of people who want to get into glycolic acid because it is a 5% glycolic acid formula in ginseng and aloe vera and all of that. But guys, I need to tell you guys about this because I'm not going to talk about Pixie in this video. You see what I just said. This one is another 5% AHA toner. But this one is a mix of glycolic and lactic acid. And it is wrapped in a whole set of lovely hydrators and humectants. In this formula, it also has, get this, some rice extract for brightening the skin, and it also has fermented ingredients in here, and fermented ingredients just totally up the antioxidant power of whatever it is in or whatever it's formulated with on your skin. This has been such a beautiful formulation. Again, it is a lovely gentle formulation. It is going to be a little bit more than, let's say, the Cosrx AHA BHA in terms of power, and I would recommend that this could be used every other night, or for somebody who's a little bit more experienced, you could use this as an every night toner. Of course, not on your retinol night. I wouldn't recommend that. But yeah, this is one that I actually have come to love. I love the mix of ingredients. There is no fragrance added, so what you're actually smelling here, there is a smell. What you're actually smelling here is the smell of the ingredients, literally. But I just wanted to mention these, and these would be my picks for consistent gentle exfoliation over a period of time. If you're getting into this and you're new again, or perhaps you already are into acids, but you don't want to necessarily do one that's just once or twice a week, you want to have it more gently so that you get that, you know, those long-term results in that way, then all of these are great options. I hope that one of these could work for you guys, and you could probably leave in the comments below, what is your preferred exfoliant? Which one have you come to love? Which one has worked really, really well on your skin? Please share it. And I know a lot of you are experts in some of these stronger ones, and that's great, but I really wanted to give some options to those who are coming in especially and really want things that might be safe on their skin. But yeah guys, actually these are all that I have used, products that I've loved over the time that I've used them, and I hope that this video was helpful. I see you guys soon again. Take care. Bye.